Moving on from the audio back to lenses. If you want to grab that Smallrig.
All right, so
knocking the doctor.
I'm knocking the doctor. Okay.
So in this,
to be fair,
Smallrig,
I think it was his scarf. It probably not. Yeah. Okay.
So in this Smallrig cage or case, you open it up, and if you're starting to see a pattern here, Smallrig is kind of another good brand for mobile filmmaking, for normal filmmaking. Just they make a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I have to give it to Smallrig. I use some of their products on my FX3. I have the half cage because I didn't want to bother with, which is why I like this mobile case that you have, because it's not massive the way some cages are.
Exactly.
And on the FX3 and on your mobile phone, it's nice to have something that is not massive. So, because the whole point of using these tools is that they're compact.
Exactly. Compact and portable. Easy to use. Yeah.
Right. So,
moving
Zacuto, I know, makes one that is, it is a great kit. I don't want to say anything negative about Zacuto because they make excellent stuff, but it's big.
Oh, for the phone?
For the phone,
yeah. Yeah, and there's also a company called B-Script that actually uses, they make B-Script like a cage for the phone that it is like a tank. Basically, you can put everything on it and just have it like
that's when you want to turn the camera into a production camera.
Exactly.
I don't think I'd ever personally go that far. Again, it's like use the tools for what they were designed for.
Yeah. But moving on. So the one additional smartphone lens that I have now, in lieu of me getting others.
Oh, it's your anamorphic lens.
Is my anamorphic. So they make Smallrig makes a 1.33 and a 1.55 squeeze anamorphic adapter. And I guess one of the reasons you would want to use any lens, aside from your normal camera lenses on your phone, is because with the advent of camera phones, the market was flooded with camera phone videos of this, that, and other, and the lenses were pretty much stagnant for a long time. So you get used to seeing a telephoto, a wide, a ultra wide on a phone, and you can immediately spot, oh, that's shot on the phone because I know what that looks like. Oh, that's shot on the phone because I know I've seen that lens 1,000 times. I know what it looks like. So
a big part of cinematography is being able to choose your lenses.
Exactly. And so with adding extra lenses that aren't necessarily found on your phone or don't necessarily come with your phone, that is one way to set your footage apart from the thousands of other things that's already out there. And anamorphic is definitely a way to do that, because once you put this on, it doesn't look like any cell phone footage. It actually looks more cinematic than
cinematic mode.
Cinematic mode is a whole nother thing. But yes, it definitely gives a dimension to your footage where you're like, you shot that with a phone?
Right.
Really?
I would say it adds amazing. A fifth dimension.
And I've talked about this on the podcast before, and I've shown examples. I may put some up here again about how you can get the nice anamorphic flares and the super, super wide cinescope. And like I said, you pair that with a phone that gets you good quality to start, and you just put a top-notch extra lens on top of that, and then people don't even know it's a phone at that point. They're just like, oh man, that's amazing. What camera was it that you shot on? Yeah. But so this is a 1.55. They make a 1.33 as well, and the difference there is just the field of view. The 1.33 is a little bit smaller field of view than the 1.55. But how you can attach it is you grab this, and I can take off. Let me take off the filter.
Carefully.
The filter holder. Yep. And so there's these flanges here you see, and then there's these teeth here. So you just line them up with whatever lens you want, whether it be the telephoto or the wide angle, because you're not going to put anamorphic on an ultra wide, which is why the ultra wide really doesn't have any flanges on it.
It's a non-flanged lens.
Yeah. So you just put it on and you rotate it, and now your telephoto or your wide now is able to shoot anamorphic.
Or telephoto normal.
Or well, they call the normal the wide, so it's the wide, the telephoto, and then ultra wide.
Ultra wide,
basically, yeah. And another cool feature, just like the ND filters, this also is magnetic. So if you want to just leave the mount on and you're just popping the lens on and off, you can just do that. And to add on to that, so remember how I told you that you need ND filters and all that to get you proper exposure? Well, you see here, it's like, well, you just took the ND filter holder off. So how are you going to use ND filters with this anamorphic lens? They have a mount for that.
They came up with,
yes.
yeah.
So then you just slide this magnetic piece on, and then I can just pull this holder that was in the flange off, and now the magnets on the filter onto that, and there you go. You now have anamorphic with ND filter. And again, now you can quickly see how this is coming from how you can transform from, oh, that's some boring cell phone footage to, oh, what camera did you shoot that with? Because this is not like any cell phone that I've seen before.
Yeah, and they've been playing around with adding lenses to smartphones for a while, but this is probably the most robust system I've ever seen.
Yeah, most definitely. I'm glad I got into it at this time, and I'm not getting the iPhone 15 because I just got the 14 last year.
I still have the 13.
Yeah, I may get the 16 or 17 when it comes out, just because the fact that with that phone, you don't have to worry about, aside from the amazing cameras, you don't have to worry about getting enough storage on your phone to shoot, because when you have high quality codecs and formats that these phones can shoot now, it's going to take up a lot of storage on that phone. But now with the iPhone 15, it's got USB-C out, and with certain programs, you can record straight to external drives like you would on a normal camera, and you can just shoot until the sun goes down, basically, and not have to worry about taking up any storage on your phone. And also not having to worry about offloading that footage from your phone to a hard drive or to the computer with all the I won't call them slow speeds, because back in the day they were fast, but it will take a while if you're trying to transfer ProRes or Apple log footage. Just a 1 or 2 minute clip of Apple log footage could take you 20-30 minutes.
Yep.
Just to transfer that one clip. So the fact that you can have those go right to an external drive and just plug the drive into a computer and you're off to editing land is amazing.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So they really brought some neat features into for those that want. So it's almost like you really can't say at this point that you can't start shooting.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because there was a time when these kind of tools were just way out of reach for most people. But this has really brought it down to where, if this is the kind of thing where you want to get into, whether you're going to be a vlogger or a YouTuber or whatever, it allows the quality of your footage to really stand out.
To really stand out. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
And you won't be replaced by AI.
Yeah. Well, I think we're all safe for a little bit more from that. Oh yeah. But
by the way, we don't really exist.
Exactly. And segueing right into the next topic about that external storage we have.
Mhm.
There you go, Mark. You want to put that back up over there
Okay.
while I grab what we have here. So, and what we have here are, again, a company that I have known and trusted for a long, long time. SanDisk external SSDs. If you want to move footage fast, get you an SSD because
And they have them up to 4 terabytes now.
exactly that's what
great.
this one is. This 4 terabyte SSD, and it fits in the palm of my hand. Like, this thing is small. There's one little USB-C. It's got a little hook for a carabiner.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, you
these
just throw them on your belt now.
These things are rugged. You can have them like they're gonna hold. This is 2 terabyte. This is 4 terabyte.
Yeah, and for, again, for mobile filmmaking and for GoPros and all this kind of stuff, you can't beat those drives.
Exactly. No.
If you're working with the bigger cameras, like like my Venice outputs half a terabyte per card. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Then you're going to get into a RAID system, and that's just completely different animal.
Yeah,
but
exactly. Because it's not at that point. It's not the fact that these cards are like too or these drives are too slow or anything. It's just the matter of storage space.
It's a matter of storage space, right?
Yeah, it's a matter of storage space,
So it's kind of nice that, and while I appreciate the whole Apple ProRes log and everything, you're going to be dealing with a lot of storage. So bear that in mind if that's the direction you want to go.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it's really, I just think it's for, if you plan to do a lot of color grading, that's when you should use that. If you don't care and you like what's coming out of your phone, then just use, something like this.
Exactly. Yeah. You don't have to use the top echelon of footage because with that, it's like, oh, I want the best of the best. Well, can you handle the best of the best after you're done shooting it?
Because it escalates.
Yeah, it escalates with the storage that you need, the programs that you're going to need to run it, and then so you shot Apple ProRes log. Well, you're not just going to output Apple ProRes log to your whoever you're showing this to. You're going to have to edit it and color grade it and all this, that, and other. Do you know how to do that?
Right.
Or are you going to take the time to learn if you don't know how to do that already?
Are you? Just saying.
Exactly. So, like I said, it is a cascading thing that where it's, you want the best of the best, well, then you got to know how to properly support that moving from shooting to delivery.
Right. The doctor will agree with that.
Yes.
Know what you're getting into.
And know what you're getting into. Exactly. And so SanDisk. Before we go, SanDisk, SSDs, and then on the smaller
there are
side,
other brands, of course.
SanDisk
is really
micro SSDs as well. But like I said, SanDisk they've never let me down before, so that's why I love them. Like,
if you want a good
brands.
deal on either SanDisk or Lexar, which is the other brand that I use, go to Costco. They have 1 and 2 terabyte drives there. If you want the 4 terabyte, you might have to go to like B&H or Micro Center. If you have a Micro Center in your town or a Best Buy, I would say support your local store.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because we don't have an affiliate link, so we're not making any money off this stuff.
No money off this stuff. This is all this whole table. All this is bought with our own money.
Right.
No sponsorships. Nothing like that. This is all just because we love the gear. And we love using it, and
except for this, because this was this is a buddy of mine's studio, but so that's the only thing I got from it is a teacup.
With that being said, it's just like I said, know what you're getting into, and that just blankets the whole entirety of this whole mobile filmmaking. Because like I said, I got a phone, and I was like, oh, this phone shoots some good stuff. Let me see what I can do with it, and this is what it's come of right now.
Yeah,
and
this is what Anthony's turned into.
Yeah, this is just the beginning. This is just like with drones. I got one in 2018, and 2 or 3 years later, I had 5 or 6, and it's still growing. So,
and the same thing happened with me and my collection of cameras because I started off. Oddly enough, I started off with the Venice.
Oh yeah.
And now I've got 3 cameras.
Yeah. Do your research, know what you're getting into.
Yeah.
That way,
Yep.
to go back to what I was saying, with, I think I covered this though, but with the smartphone gimbals and all that, just doing your research, I am going to keep this gimbal now, but now again, that's why I was looking at an RS2 and RS3.
Oh yeah.
Because I
I
probably
should have
wanna,
brought mine because it's over there.
Oh yeah. Well, I was probably going to do double duty with using that for my FX6, along with, since I now have this cage, I can put my phone in that cage and put that cage on the RS2 or the RS3.
Now you also
and then
have a
use my
gimbal
phone.
for your GoPro too, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
we will get into that
In another show.
in
Okay.
another show. But yeah, this was all just the
So
the
basically,
smartphone mobile.
everything gimbal.
Yeah,
Talk to this
yeah,
guy.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, with that being said, I think we have covered all the litany of smartphone filmmaking accessories that we have here.
Yeah.
Yep, I will say, like I said, just get out there, do your research, find out exactly what you want, and just dive right in, because it's all there waiting for you.
It's all there.
Exactly. There is no excuse nowadays. If you want to just start with this,
Do
just
it.
holding this and shooting it, and just
That's
build
right.
up from there.
By the way, do this when you hold
Yes,
it.
exactly. Like this, you saw I naturally picked it up and did this, right? not this, because yes, again, vertical footage, video, whatever.
In fact,
has
I think
its
we
place.
should all drive TikTok crazy by shooting everything horizontal and see what happens.
Vertical video has its place.
It has its
the
place.
phones are up and down, so it makes more sense that they want to just get footage. They want to get footage to people the easiest way possible.
Right.
And I guess it was just too
was
hard
just
to
a-
have them turn their phone sideways, so they're just like, give it to them vertical, give it to them vertical. So.
Well, I
Whatever.
think
It
what happened
has-
was you naturally hold your phone in this orientation.
Well, that's what I'm
so-
saying. Yeah. So instead of
Yeah.
having people just say, "Oh, just turn your phone to look at it," it's just like give it to them like this. So,
Right. And it drives all of us completely bonkers. But that's a different story.
Yeah. That's their story. But, yeah.
But anyway, get out there, start shooting,
Exactly.
make good stuff.
Yes.
These are the tools.
Exactly. All right. And I think that's it. Until next time.
All right.
Yes.
There we go.